is a weekly series probably where we pick our stock for the week to watch out for that we think is going to do good. You know, all that jazz. We're not like licensed CPAs or whatever. We're just like, talking about stocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about what stock we think is going to go up.
Oh yeah. Just like,
And the
that's
market
what-
ended not the greatest last week.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
Everything's
stocks
down.
were down. Everything. Pretty sure everything. Even like Tesla.
Everything was fucking down.
Everything dropped. Some shit dropped like 6%.
Oh, Facebook was up apparently.
Oh, Facebook.
Facebook, Southwestern Energy, AG&C was at 0%.
Oh yes, they're down 0%, but they're also up 0%.
Oh yeah.
Astonishing.
So I guess we should go
Oh, yeah.
to our picks of the week. I guess we'll go with yours first. Boston Beer.
Yeah. So Boston Beer. It's more of like a long-term holding, really. I'm thinking about investing into it simply because of Twisted Tea. Which I feel like whenever the earnings report come out for Boston Beer, it's gonna be very high because of Twisted Tea. I feel like because Twisted Tea, pretty popular among like the TikTok community. The whole gotta get a Twisted Tea and like hit somebody over the head with it. I think that's what it is, at least. I don't know the specifics of it really, but I know that that's a large buying power. And whenever the youth are like, oh yeah, let's go and do this or that,
Oh, like the cranberry stuff?
like the cranberry shit. Man, they go all the way out, and I'm expecting Boston Beer to go up quite a bit. Maybe not immediately, but I expect their earnings to be significantly higher than they were last quarter.
Cranberry was just flying. Like, they were flying off the shelf whenever that thing was happening. It was crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, and they've also had a slight dip. Over the past week, they're down like 8%, which, I mean, got a good time to buy. Not the best, but obviously the best time to buy would have been like 5 years ago or something like that. Whenever they're up down to like $182 or something like that, and now they're up to $907.
Damn.
So I can definitely see the stock going fairly high.
Yeah, or maybe it's already hit its peak.
It might have, but at the same time, that's a risk that I'm willing to take because I'm hoping that it'll go up to $1,000, and if it gets to $1,000, I might just sell. I'm thinking $1,000 doesn't sound that unreasonable within the next couple of months.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable.
Oh
Yeah. Uh,
Besides that, what stock do you think is gonna go up a lot?
I don't know. I've been in X for a while, so I'm not really planning on selling out, because I think the Biden administration is gonna help them a lot, just because, like, I don't know if they will actually do it, but like, the plans of infrastructure bill. Well, oh man, everyone always says that though.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more like a oh shit. We'll just ignore this piece of news.
Yes.
But they've been actually doing pretty well over the past like year, past like month, 3 months. They've just been going up and up. And I mean, obviously it was better like mid Trump whatever, because of like the trade wars and like the massive tariffs on steel and stuff. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably wait until like, I don't know, 2-3 maybe months into the Biden administration to sell this, just because I think that's whenever they're gonna like start like leaning in hard to like the whole China, like appeasing China type thing. So that's gonna really hurt the U.S. steel market.
Oh yeah.
So I think short term it has good prospects, but long term, oof.
Yeah, the one thing, I don't know if this would be like involved with U.S. Steel, but I heard that Biden's gonna be like stopping the Keystone pipeline construction thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure if that's specifically dependent on U.S. Steel, but I mean it's steel production, so
Yeah, it's
I mean,
definitely
if that's
gonna hurt it, but
yeah,
I don't know.
hopefully not too much, but it would definitely be nice to get some better infrastructure going out here. Some new roads, all that, but
Bridges. Oh my
Bridges,
god, the
yeah.
fucking, like, I'm not gonna say which bridge because that'd be like a
Come on.
dox, but the one bridge is always fucking
Oh yeah. Yeah.
my god,
Oh my
damn.
god. They always have it, and oh my god. They need to finish some of that shit. But the thing is, I feel like like people are like, oh yes, the federal government. You know, they look to the federal government and they're like Biden. Biden's going to be investing so much into infrastructure. I mean, I don't know about that. Really. I mean, I feel like especially like roads and like potholes and all that shit. It's more like state government shit.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, like the federal government
but
can help out,
oh, yeah.
especially like highways or
Oh yeah,
the
or
interstate.
Yeah, I
Whatever
mean,
it is.
if he does invest, like even just like a couple $1 billion of investment in the U.S. steel, well, not U.S. steel, but you know, infrastructure, I feel like that could definitely see U.S. steel going up to like $25 to $30 or so.
Yeah, a couple $100 billion. That's like a decent
Oh, yeah.
amount.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't
mean,
know if
of
they'll
course,
do that though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doubting, honestly, but at the same time, it could be the case. Biden has shown that he wants to spend like a lot of money, so maybe he's just gonna be like, "Yep, let's go spend a couple trillion just on infrastructure."
Or
I mean, did you see his whatever his stimulus package thing? Like, I think it was like $2,000 of stimulus or something like that, like $15 minimum wage.
Yeah, the thing is, like, that's just like appeasing the base, though. They're not. That's not actually gonna happen.
Yeah, he's like, oh yes, this is what I want. But I mean, let's be honest. I feel like a lot of people see the Democrats as being like far more left than they are. Like, you got like a couple Democrats that are like, nah, I'm not down for this. Yeah. Nothing's gonna get passed because, especially with the Senate being like 50-50, all they really need is like one senator to defect and vote like against the party lines.
Mm-hmm.
Which wouldn't be good for them at all.
It would. Well, also, I feel like it's not gonna there's already so many senators are like, nah, we ain't doing this. Like,
yeah. But and then, oh man, like the $15 an hour minimum wage, it's not gonna do great. Like, I mean, minimum wage should really be dictated like as a regional thing, as like a last resort. But
it's not gonna pass anyway.
Yeah, it's not gonna pass anyway. I mean, especially like if you look at all the senators that are up for re-election, the fact that all the House seats are up in 2022, oof, especially the ones that are in like swing districts, no Democrat's going to want to vote for like, that's in a swing district, is going to want to vote for like $15 an hour, you know.
Yeah, it's oof.
Because that's definitely, think about the campaign ads that are going to be shown to them.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, you know, like, people are like, oh yes, look at like AOC, like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, they're so like far left and all that stuff. So obviously all the Democrats are far left, but I mean, a lot of them.
Part of the establishment isn't that far left.
Yeah,
and that's what matters.
Like, so. Oh yeah, and also like even just the everyday senator has to like senator from like Pennsylvania and all that, Ohio. I don't remember which one's a Democrat, but I know there are a couple Democrats in the Rust Belt. There's no way that they can vote for that, like, knowing that their base is so split, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a senator from Pennsylvania, I think, is a Democrat. And Pennsylvania, I don't think is going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, though. Maybe it will fucking change, you know?
Possibly.
But, yeah, I don't know. I think U.S. Steel will continue to make, like, not meteoric gains, but, like, you know, average gains in the next week, or maybe they'll just keep going down. But I think they'll keep going up. I don't know. I don't foresee this lasting forever, especially if we do start like dumping cheap Chinese steel back into the country. But I mean, whenever that starts happening, it's gonna fucking tank. So it's gonna be like.
Oh yeah, but then I'm looking at like Mark Kelly from Arizona is up in 2022. Arizona is not even that, like, it's not that far left. Like, they just recently voted for a Democrat, so there's no way that they're gonna get anything from there.
Especially like Maricopa and stuff. Like, oh my god, like whenever I was in Arizona, like the amount of like Trump shit you see versus like you see no Biden stuff at all, or like any like Democrat stuff, like. You don't see, like, any of that. Like, it's all... At least everyone that's vocal about politics is, like, you know, average conservative.
Oh, yeah, and then, like, a bunch of people, like, even, like, the Northeast, like, look at, like, Vermont and all that stuff. They're not that far right, like, honestly.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the senators that are up in, like, 2022, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are, like, Democrats from fairly average districts, like New Hampshire... Maggie Hassan's up in 2022, and New Hampshire, like Bernie. Let's go look.
Because he's he's Vermont, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Vermont. Vermont, he's up in 2024.
Alright.
So, I mean, he's probably not. I mean, even if Bernie Sanders was, like, up in 2022, he would still, he'd still vote for, like, $15 an hour minimum wage.
Yeah, he would.
Just
Because that's his whole thing.
If he didn't, imagine the shit show if Bernie Sanders didn't even vote for it.
Yeah, that would be. It'd be hilarious. So, the chaos.
Oh my god, like, the entire, like, far left caucus of the Democratic Party would just be like, nope. They just implode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, West Virginia, Joe Manchin. That's all I need to know that the Democrats won't be able to get like a $15 an hour minimum wage. Because Joe Manchin's from West Virginia. He's a Democrat, but like, he's like, I'd say he's fairly right leaning. You know, I mean, he's from West Virginia. It's not like he's like a California liberal or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wisconsin as well. Wisconsin's fairly right wing, but yeah.
Yeah.
The actual country.
I think they might get up to like the $15 minimum wage like by the end of his presidency, but definitely not at the beginning because they have to legitimize themselves to so many people at first.
But even by then, like, there's always going to be like another problem because if you think, oh man, they're going to do it eventually, you got 2022 coming up, and 2022, like, historically speaking, midterms aren't very good for the president's party, so we could see the Democrats losing the House and the Senate.
I don't know about that, honestly. Like, I guess
it's not like that far. I mean, the Senate we're
pretty close on the Senate, but oof.
And then the House isn't even that far off either.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, oof. I mean, you know, there's some lines we could go down that would probably get us banned off of YouTube. So.
But yeah, the House not gonna be good, especially if Biden gets like the $15 an hour minimum wage. I could see like a lot of these places, like Georgia, which recently flipped blue. There's no way that Georgia's gonna be like, yes, let's go for blue for
it's all Atlanta and stuff. Which once again, it really is like, you know, I mean, Atlanta is not the most secure voting place, if you catch my drift.
Yeah. But yeah, like I could see like especially in the South, like you got like Mississippi, Alabama, a decent amount of Texas, Louisiana. They could lose like a lot of the House seats.
Yeah, they could. I don't know if they will though. That's the thing. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. Once again,
it just depends on like the Biden presidency. What's Biden gonna do? Honestly, like if he gets a lot of his agenda, like a lot of the like $15 an hour minimum wage, like massive stimulus spending, all that. I mean, I don't know if he'd really get elected and get like his party reelected, but I mean, I feel like if he doesn't do that much, you know.
All right. Well, okay. You know how he could gain like a lot of legitimacy is if he lifted like the lockdowns.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro,
I mean, I don't think that's likely.
I don't know though, but like if he kickstarted the economy, oh my god, the legitimacy he would gain from that, like.
Oh yeah. He could be like, oh yeah, I saved the economy, you know.
From the disaster that was the Republican Party.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Any further delving into politics would probably not be good for the channel, so we're just gonna. You're picking Boston beer, and I'm picking U.S. Steel for the week.
Oh yeah, let's see how it goes.